Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for March 30th, 2025. The Apparent Prosperity of the Wicked, from Job chapter 21, 7 through 9. Why do the wicked live, reach old age, and grow mighty in power? Their offspring are established in their presence, and their descendants before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, and no rod of God is upon them. Job poses one of the most troubling theological questions that has challenged believers throughout the ages. Why do the wicked often seem to prosper, while the righteous suffer? This question emerges from Job's lived experience. He had faithfully served God, yet lost everything, while he observed that many who reject God appear to live blessed, comfortable lives. Job's friends had presented a simplistic theology. God blesses the righteous and punishes the wicked in this life. But Job's observation of reality contradicted this neat formula. He notes that many wicked people live, reach old age, and grow mighty in power. Rather than facing early judgment, they enjoy longevity and increasing influence. Their family lines continue uninterrupted with children and grandchildren flourishing before their eyes. A stark contrast to Job's own tragic loss of all his children. Furthermore, these individuals experience security and peace. Their homes remain untouched by disaster, and no rod of God is upon them. They seem mysteriously exempt from the divine discipline that, according to conventional wisdom, should correct their wayward paths. Now, this apparent inequity creates a profound theological tension. If God is just, why does justice often seem delayed or absent? If righteousness brings blessing, why do the faithful sometimes suffer while the unfaithful thrive? Job refuses to accept the easy answers his friends offer, instead honestly confronting the disconnect between theological theory and observable reality. The Bible doesn't shy away from this challenging question. The psalmist confessed, "I was envious of the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Habakkuk cried out, "Why do you oddly look at traitors and remain silent when wicked swallow up the men more righteous than he?" Scripture provides several perspectives that help us navigate this perplexing issue. First, we must acknowledge that temporal prosperity is an unreliable indicator of God's favor. Jesus himself warned against measuring success in worldly terms, noting, "What is exalted among men is an abomination in the sight of God." Second, we must recognize that divine justice operates on an eternal timeline. What appears as inequity in our limited view may be only a temporary state in God's larger purposes. The seeming prosperity of the wicked is fleeting, like grass. They soon wither, like green plants. They soon die away. Third, suffering itself may serve redemptive purposes beyond our understanding. Job's own story ultimately demonstrates how affliction can refine faith and lead to a deeper relationship with God. Through Christ, we see that suffering isn't always punishment, Sometimes it is the path to glory. Finally, the cross of Christ shatters our simplistic equations of righteousness and reward. There, the only true righteous one suffered the ultimate injustice to bring salvation. So Christ's suffering reminds us that God's methods and metrics are different than our own. When we find ourselves like Job, questioning the why the wicked prosper, we can rest in assurance that God's justice, while sometimes delayed, is never denied. The apparent prosperity of the wicked provides no lasting advantage, while the temporary suffering of the righteous produces an eternal weight of glory. In the end, God's perfect justice and mercy will be fully revealed. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.